Peace and blessings, kings and queens, and welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you for clicking on the video because you didn't have to, and I so appreciate that you did. This video is about why I live a minimalistic lifestyle. To be honest with you, I didn't even know that this was a thing. When I was researching coming to Florida, I don't drive, so I knew I wasn't going to be driving my things down here. I did not have the money to rent a moving company, so I had only one option, and that was to get rid of my things. And I think I'm a hoarder by nature, believe it or not, because I attach such value to materialistic things. And when I say materialistic things, they're not expensive things. They're just things from like my childhood, or I don't know. It's just, you know, possessions, or just, I don't know, things that I like. And when I was planning to move to Florida, I knew I had to make the tough decision and like just push through and get rid of things. So I sold a lot of things, and I threw away a lot of things. I donated, you know, to where I could. And the things, like I said, I really could not part with, that I knew eventually I would bring to Florida, I put in storage back in Maryland. And those are, to be honest, the things that are in storage are things like my graphic t-shirt collection. I have so many t-shirts. I loved collecting t-shirts. Some little knickknacks, odds and ends. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I am a huge Star Wars and Star Trek fan, so I have some little trinkets that I collected, and those are in storage as well that I want to bring down. And I'm sure at a later date I'll make a video on all those little nifty things that I own as far as those type of things. The rest of it is like papers and documentations, important papers and documentations, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. And as I was getting rid of things, I realized that I don't need much to be happy. I don't need a lot of clothes. I don't need a lot of possessions. My main thing is to be comfortable. And the less that you have, I think, the less that you are attached to the meaningless. And I don't want to say what's meaningless to me is the same as what could be meaningless to you. Your journey is your journey, and this is mine, and I can only speak on my behalf. And like I said, I just realized that I just did not need a lot. That's why when it came time for me to come here, I came down here pretty much with the clothes on my back. And yes, I have built a little bit of a wardrobe, and when I get the urge to shop for things, I reel it back in, because it's okay to want things, and every now and then, you know, buy what you want. I'm not saying, you know, to just go without. You know, some people go to that extreme where they just have a cup of water, a cup, where they just have a cup, a plate, and a blanket and a pillow and a pair of shoes or whatever. I'm more just talking about decluttering your life. You know, look around you. What don't you really need? You know? And it made me feel so much better. The way I live now in my life makes me feel so much better. If anything was to happen, because I know I live in a place that has hurricanes now, which that's a whole nother thing that I have to get used to when it comes to Florida. But if anything was to happen, I wouldn't be that broken up about the things that I lost. because I don't have much. As long as I come out with my life and my health, I'm okay. All this other stuff can be replaced. I think I have, someone asked me the other day on Facebook, how many pairs of shoes that you have? And I have 5. And that's probably because I have a huge like for Converse. I just love the way they look, and I can see myself acquiring a whole bunch of Converse, Chuck Taylors, if I'm not careful. But I have three pairs of those. I have a pair of regular dress shoes like loafers, and I have a pair of like combat Doc Marten boots. And that's pretty much it. I have like a couple of pairs of pants. I have a couple of pairs of shirts, and I have my one suit that I have if I need to go on interviews or do something important. But that's it. As far as furniture, I have a bed, I have a couch, I have a desk, and that's pretty much it. I have a few knickknacks as far as for my meditation and stuff like that. Some crystals, some sage that I burn. I do have a meditation, like a pillow that my cat has taken over, but that's one of the things that I own as well. I have a plate, I have a cup, I have a fork, a knife, a spoon, I have a glass, and that's about it. I do own some paper products. I use most of those, like paper plates and things like that, you know, for the most part. And I know that's like, oh, you know, make sure you're recycling, but yeah, that's it. That's really all I have. And living a minimalistic lifestyle has been good for me. And I don't know if I would go back to having so much. But yeah, so that's why I am a minimalist. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, be blessed.